Announcing the commencement of the first purge.
I want you to change the world, and don't think that this is going to happen peacefully or you can do it alone. We need to kill the rich. You get out there, you use your weapons, and you rip Washington apart. You hunt down the billionaires, the bank bosses, the CEOs, the scumbags, and the liars, the governors, the lobbyists, the senators, because they're all the same, and you hang them.
Just remember all the good the purge does.
Good morning, everyone. It's August 15th, 2018. I'm Eric. How's everyone doing? I hope you're well. As you can see, I'm here at the Free Thought Project. Before I get into it, I'd like to thank my new subscribers. I finally broke the 100 subs mark after my channel was deleted by YouTube. I really do appreciate it, but I need more. So, if you could give me a thumbs up, a share, maybe a comment, that would be very helpful. And if I'm worthy of your spare dollars, my PayPal link is below. Alright, here we go. 78-year-old grandmother tasered in her breast by police while cutting dandelions with a knife. And of course, they're going to say she was a danger to them because she had that knife. Faggots. Children suffering from trauma after cops raid the wrong home hold 9-year-old and 6-year-old boys at gunpoint. Now, how many times do they got to raid the wrong home until they start double-checking the fucking address? Report exposes Google's tracking user data even when location history is off. Of course, we already know that, right? Judge releases suspects accused of abusing and training children to carry out school shootings. I do believe that was either New Mexico or Arizona where that happened. The Islamic school training camp, and I've talked about these training camps before. They were abusing the little boys there, teaching them how to do school shootings, among other things. And they also found the body of a little boy there as well. And how the fuck they got released is beyond me. I mean, I couldn't even get released without paying a bunch of fucking money for marijuana. So, but, you know, they're going to release people that are accused of training children to do school shootings and abusing them. Really makes sense, doesn't it? Cops assault arrest man for exercising his First Amendment right to say motherfucker. Motherfucker. You don't have freedom of speech. If you think you do, just go try saying the F word in front of a cop and see how fast they arrest you. There is no freedom of speech in this country. There is no Constitution. Watch cop admits he's trigger happy. I can't see that. And gets paid overtime if he shoots someone. So, this is more of police atrocities here. But, you know, keep going. Keep your eyes closed. Governor Andrew Cuomo admits to committing and continuing to commit a federal crime. No charges. And his crime is having the feathers of either a bald eagle or a golden eagle, which is a federal crime that carries a $100,000 fine and or a year in prison. Of course, he's not getting in trouble for it because he's a fucking governor. And as far as that rally went, only 20 people showed up at the white nationalist rally there in D.C. And a few more showed up there, what was it, in Oregon, but they were highly outnumbered by everybody else, all these kind of pukes here. So, not a whole lot happened. Antifa beat up a couple of cops and a couple of people, but no murder or shooting or stabbing, as far as I know. Okay, this comes from out of Blacklisted News. I'm not going to read the whole article, just the first paragraph, so you know, so that you're aware of this. In a recent article, in KSFY, revealed that the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office is training citizens to act like cops, because that's what America needs right now, more cops. These citizen cops go through a 10-week training program called Citizen Academy, which teaches them to take part in fingerprinting, shooting a taser, ALICE training, and much more. And ALICE training is an acronym for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, Evacuate, or Active Shooter Civilian Response Techniques. The good guys that are already stopping the shootings, that are already out there, already have training. They do not need to be trained to be cops. We already have a pretty serious problem with cops killing people who are unarmed, who are compliant. We don't need more of that. So, okay, finally, we're at the final article here. Message from Mike Adams. And of course, I've recently made a video a couple weeks ago on the same subject, but he has a little bit of a different twist about it. So, we must, or no one has come to save us. We must fight or be destroyed. If you're waiting for someone to save you from the tidal wave of corporate censorship, government authoritarianism, and deranged left-wing violence, you're following a mirage. No one is coming to save you. If you want to live as a free person in a free world, you're going to have to demand it, fight for it, and secure it. And unfortunately, many of these people who write words like this, they, when they say fight for it, they don't really mean that. Because if you actually fight for it, if you actually start fighting, you'll be called a fucking terrorist. Just keep that in mind. Tech giants, for example, absolutely will not stop their censorship unless they are forced to stop. Tyrannical governments will never shrink its own size and power unless it's forced to shrink. And of course, again, force is going to have to be used. They're not going to do it without that. There are no savers running for office. There are no angels running tech companies. And God is not going to intervene and stop evil people from destroying our world. We're going to have to fight this battle ourselves. And look, he even put in parentheses, metaphorical. Okay? That should tell you his level of commitment. In order for us to be free, that metaphorical battle has to be a real battle. And probably a series of real battles. You know, where bullets fly, where lives are lost. It's the only thing that governments and the ruling class understand is force. It's time we all owned up to this reality and started taking action to protect our basic human rights in the face of unrestrained tyranny. Yeah, I agree with that. We do. but it ain't gonna happen fighting metaphorical battles. Destroying the tech giants' censorship stranglehold on humanity is now a matter of self-defense. So, more empty words from the right, because they don't want to make the sacrifice that it really will take to once or for the first time be free as a civilization. Yes, our country was much more free at the beginning, but as time went on, it became less and less free. And now here we are. We have an extremely violent government, extremely violent police forces, extremely draconian laws. There's so many laws on the books that if a cop were to follow the ordinary citizen around long enough, he would eventually find them breaking one law or another without even knowing it. So, and of course, their saying is, ignorance of the law is no excuse to break it. Well, I beg to differ. It is a reason to break it. If you don't know something exists, then how can it be observed? Anyway, I thought I would share this with you all. I've been working on a scripted video here the last few days, and I think I'm ready to put it out. So that's probably what I'll be doing next. Hope everyone has a great day. Remember, kill the state before the state kills you.